everyone. Been doing these videos of me blinding myself and I'm really enjoying it. So I've never done a Facebook Live before, so I thought I'd give this a try. Rather than just talking to myself and recording a video, might as well talk to you guys, right? If you don't know me, hi, I'm Courtney Kaiser with Journey of Shadows, and I'm here to demystify shadow work for you. And when it's so funny to hear all of, and I don't mean to say funny like no shame, there's no shade either, and what people are thinking it's about, because I appreciate that people are asking questions or telling me that they don't know what I'm talking about, or, you know, are brave and tell me what they thought it was about, to tell me about that. So I've appreciated all of it, and thank you for allowing me to share these things. So if you don't know what shadow work is about, it is not about spirits. It's not about shadow people. It's not about demons. And it's not about your inner demons. I don't call them that. That's not a helpful way to see them or perceive them. Also, we don't have to revisit our trauma when we do shadow work. Shadow work is trauma work. The most important things of shadow work is not the uncovering and finding out, it's the meeting one's emotional needs the way they need to be met, and focusing on your self-talk and giving yourself grounding and coping skills, soothing your nervous system, telling yourself exactly what you need to hear, validating your feelings, expressing and releasing those feelings, honoring them and not gaslighting them and shoving them down in a healthy way, right? We're no longer repressing, we're expressing, and honoring. So it is, it's different than what people. And it's funny because there's a lot of people I know that have done, I could see, that have done shadow work for a long time, and then they come and see me and they're like, I had no idea that this is what shadow work is like, because it's different with me. Something that, you know, I've noticed, and this is something that has been also shared with me, people who have maybe not seen a therapist or went to therapy and it didn't really work for them, and then they start doing shadow workbooks, they re-traumatize themselves, because shadow workbooks go deep into the questions of situations that are like your deepest traumas, your wounds, asking, just bringing it up with no grounding and coping skills provided, which then you don't know how to help yourself, and then you're going to be like, oh, I don't want to do shadow work anymore. That was terrible. So it doesn't have to be like that. You don't have to do it like that. My goal is to first help people learn coping and grounding skills and learning how to help themselves at all intensities of emotions. And that's the thing we were not taught, right? It's like, oh, if you're sad, go for a walk, and like basic shit, okay? But like, we were always shamed and judged and made to feel like we were in trouble, like we were doing something bad for feeling intense emotions, so we always shut them down. And because we didn't know what to do with them, they scared us. And so, oh, like, I need to not feel that. And then everything became about silencing and stillness and just bringing it all into a transmutative state. But not everybody knows how to transmute. And a lot of people are repressing and not transmuting or alchemizing. And so that's been brought to my awareness, as well as this programmed pull to help oneself in a way that is quieting, that is trying to close one in, put out the fires when really we need to release the fires. It's giving an outlet to self to express freely, without shame or judgment, but also without hurting people or taking it out, projecting it onto anyone, including yourself. Disconnecting from narratives and just releasing the emotion, right? Because that's what it is. We need to release the emotion. We have to feel it to heal it. There doesn't have to be a story or a situation connected to it. We just have to feel it and allow the feeling to be felt and then released. And then changing what that perception is, what that feeling means, what that experience was. Shadow work is also about moving out of the programmed, conditioned state of blaming, of being asleep to life and the lessons, and being able to see the lessons in front of you. Everybody's part. Not blaming, seeing your part, everyone's. Because everyone matters in the grand scheme of everything. Everyone plays a huge role in each of our development, right? And as the collective whole. So, I'm going off on a tangent, but those are the main things that come up that make people hesitate in terms of this work. No, it's not going to be deep trauma work all the time. It's not all serious. It's not all sad. We laugh. We have fun. And it's not what you think. It is hard work, but it's because you're trying to become aware of and help yourself with thoughts and feelings that are hidden from you. And having to know that they're there and remember they're there and go against the programming of not helping yourself, right? To help yourself. And encouraging yourself, learning how to communicate to yourself in a way that is helpful, in a way that you need and have always needed to be talked to and helped. Figuring out that language can take some time. And so that is the shadow work that I talk about. There's layers and layers, and I'll make another video of the different types of shadow, because I have different categories of shadow, because I understand it can be confusing sometimes when I say shadow and it doesn't really make sense, because shadow is trauma, but then there's also shadow as a whole is like everything that's out of your conscious awareness, which is your subconscious and unconscious mind, which there's so much information beyond just trauma that's happening in there, like your body processes, all of the unconscious stuff, all of your past life stuff. I mean, that's usually trauma too, but how everything functions, right? You don't need, that's not from trauma, okay? And all of the other little things that you're taking in from your environment and downloading that you're unaware of, that's not trauma, right? So there's elements that are not directly coming from trauma, but that's what I call shadow programming. So that is a type of programming, just like collective trauma or collective programming. It is the at a collective level, these ideas, these beliefs, ways of doing things that have been programmed into all of us through society, that will pop up as well, that aren't necessarily related to trauma, but related to us being programmed and conditioned. So, and that a lot of times people want to break away from as well and figure out, what do I want to do? What do I believe? And what makes me feel good and happy and alive? That's what I want to go towards. I don't want this anymore. I'm understanding why I'm unhappy and not moving forward, because all of these things I'm unhappy with right now, all of these things in my life that are not in alignment, that need to be transformed, I have to transform my relationship to them, to myself, to what all of this means to my life, what fulfillment, what joy, what love, what all of this means, so that I can have and create the world and life that I want. Yeah. Okay, I have to let the dog in, but thank you all for watching. I can't even see myself anymore. My phone might even turn off because of the heat. But I wish you all a wonderful rest of your day or night, whatever time it is that you're seeing this. Until next time.